What's worse than one Jimmy? That's a lot worse. Welcome back to Sim Racing Stewards, this series where myself and this cardboard cutout of my head go through your sim racing incidents and try and work out who's at fault. All the clips you're going to see today were posted on the Sim Racing Stewards subreddit, which you can find down below in the description. And given the holiday season is coming up, a little word from my boys at Britsy. We're a sim racing hardware supplier, so pretty much anything you can think of, be it wheelbase, wheel rim, shifter, handbrake, rig, seat, even motion rigs, are available over on our website. And if you're lucky enough to live in the southeast of England, our sim racing showroom is open every weekend for you to come and try some of the kit before you buy. First up, the clip here from Puzzled Attorney. Is this a legal way to avoid the crash, or should I have went right? Well, we'll have a look. So in F1, God, what year was the Caterham? This is 2014, I'm gonna guess. We're at Cota in the heavy rain here, huge crash up front, holy hell. I mean, yeah, it is fine. And that was a good shot. What even happened? Everyone's dead. You know what's really funny, right? Is we had a kind of similar-ish thing happen at the last F1 race of the year, Abu Dhabi, where Lando Norris had to avoid Yuki Tsunoda weaving like a madman down the straight and went off circuit to overtake. So we have real-life precedent there. Whilst there wasn't a crash involved, it was a car being forced off the circuit whilst making positions, and the stewards said no further action. So this is fine to do this. I mean, in real life, you'd be avoiding hurting yourself, which is important, and hurting the cars, not as important, and continuing in the race. So I think this would be slam dunk, easy peasy. You're good. Guys in front, not so much. It's a big bill. Now you might realise for this clip that I'm wearing completely different clothes. It's a different day, because whilst we were editing this video, this clip emerged. XQC losing his shit at an incident in Porsche Cup at Adelaide. Before I do anything, let's just play the clip.
My car's broken! Bro, what are you doing here? Like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?
I know damn well you're not blaming that shit on me. You dumb as fuck, bro.
Bro, you're into my car. You back up. If you're into my car, you back up. Are you dumb?
Bro, shut the fuck up, fucking play.
Shut up. Nobody asked. Nobody asked you. Shut up, bitch ass. You mute the mic.
Another Yankee still king again? That's lovely.
We don't know what you're saying. You're British. Shut up, bitch. Oh my god, I'm actually, he's gonna beat me.
And then you're not fucking talking. You sound like you. I'm not even.
And you sound poor. Stop talking. Oh my god.
You even drive like you're no.
You drive like you don't drive, dumbass. What are you doing? You rammed me from the back the whole time. Are you stupid? Brake a little bit.
If I'm at your fucking door, you don't push me off into the garage, you jackass.
Oh, so you pit me.
To be honest, it just sort of goes on like this. And I could sit here and listen to these guys embarrass each other, or we could look at the incident. How old is this guy? And this guy is 30 years old and he's talking like this, dude. I mean, I get it. I've had the rage. Well, I mean, it's worked for him, so I guess we can't really moan about that. So we're at Adelaide, and I'm going to just pause the clip here. This is where I guess everything starts. Now, if you look in the background there, or in the mirror, and down here, you can see we've got the spotter call saying, listen, there's a car on your left, which means this car is somewhat alongside us. Now, at this point, I mean, you can argue that our boy XQC is ahead a little bit. So he is, I guess, able to dictate the line, but also common sense needs to prevail here. There's a car there. If you turn left into the car, you're probably going to touch that car. We go forward a little bit. This guy is even further alongside now, but I think what XQC is doing here is just following this racing line, like it's, you know, like he has to do it. It's good to get up to speed with, but at some point it does become detrimental. XQC sort of keeps turning at this point, like there is no one there on his left-hand side. Actually, they both get through the corner together, completely okay. Then somehow afterwards, there's contact. They both go in the wall. and both out of the race. Now, despite the temptation to blame the streamer, it's not as clear-cut as that. We only have one angle to look at, which is this onboard, and I would actually call it as a racing incident. The way I see it, this happened because two people made bad decisions. Felix ignored that car on the left signal, whilst at the same time Chance, the guy behind him, decided to put his car into a gap that was always going to close. So you sort of have them coming together a bit like this. But I don't think the car behind was further enough alongside to warrant being owed that room. It's very, very difficult from this angle to give a proper assessment of what happened. So from that point of view, I'd actually call this a racing incident. However, the quite predictable crash out afterwards, for me, is worthy of a ban. You can't be getting on voice chat like that and just, I mean, he's screaming at the guy whilst he's crashing. I mean, I get it. You've got to farm those clips. I've been there. But to be honest, I think it would be doing him a favour because he's clearly not enjoying himself, which is, yeah, that's the point of sim racing, to have fun. This doesn't look like a guy who's having fun. But I'd be interested to hear what you guys think about this one down below in the comments. This one's called iRacing, mate, not eye-warming tyres. Okay, so weaving at the start of the race. You're fine to do that, from what I understand. F. Brian Funt thinks he's Max Verstappen. He thinks he's him. And the thing is, when the green light goes in iRacing, it is go for everyone. Yep. He f***ing died. And the thing is, oh, look in the back as well. Look in the back in the mirror here. You're going to have to slow it down, Jack. Look at that. They're all dead back there. Oh, let's combat a couple of things. First of all, you are allowed to weave in iRacing. I don't think there's anything against it in the sporting code from memory. If there is, feel free to correct me, but it's fine. You're warming the tyres. Once the green flag drops, however, that weaving becomes defensive weaving, technically, moving unpredictably. Because when the green flag drops, that means go, not continue weaving at below 100 kph. So I'm not surprised this crash happened, and I wouldn't blame the guy who caused the contact. I would blame the person in front weaving. How can anyone predict you're going to keep doing that? Especially if you're starting like on pole as well. It's just embarrassing, man. Brilliant Insect says, I'm the POV car, but I got a 20-second time penalty after the race given by the league admin for this. What do you guys think? Whenever I hear the words league admin, I gain another wrinkle. Look at this, look. This is from 2022. Look at me now. So we're on board, we're in Gran Turismo 7 in the Ferrari, we're in the toe of the Porsche in front, coming up towards Blanchimont, very fast left-hander at Spa. Looking to the outside, a little bit of side-to-side contact, but it's fine. We have gone off the circuit there, but it's okay, all good. We're still racing fairly, looking now to the outside into the bus stop. Gonna go... What? What? I don't understand what happened. Nothing happened, right? So Mr. Durden here just spins on his own, goes off. Maybe it's what happens when you break the one rule of Fight Club. You just get fucking ejected by the system. Look at that. The Ferrari did nothing wrong. I mean, you did go over the track limits, kind of, but you didn't gain anything. I mean, you could argue there's a track limit penalty there. I'd be interested to see what that 20-second penalty did to your result. If it dropped you behind this guy, then prime sore loser material. I say it always, right? Because we come across this quite often in these videos. If you're watching and you race in a league with an admin who is just unhinged, f that off and come and join the Stroll Discord, SROL, run by some very good friends of mine. It's a free to join Discord, so not an ad or anything like that. It's just trying to encourage people to support better leagues rather than letting stuff like this exist, because that's just a, yeah. Ferrari's innocent. Leader can't keep it together, or is it me making a bad pass, says Exotic Elk. Going down Road Atlanta. You're alongside. Leader's gone far off over the grass now. Try and keep the position. Going a long way around the outside here. Little bit of contact between the two of you. Still going. Still going. And yeah, he turns it. Two extremely cursed liveries here. We've got the Weeb car, which tends to cause most accidents in iRacing, and then the birds aren't real livery. If it flies, it spies. I mean, first things first, the other car goes off to keep the position right at the start of the clip. That's already losing the place in my eyes, because you've had to extend the circuit to keep the place, so you need to give it up. But he doesn't, which is kind of fair enough. They're side by side down the hill. The camera car is is there, fully alongside, goes super wide. It's just given enough space for the car on the inside, but then the car on the inside continues to squeeze it and then causes the accident. So yeah, I'd say that's on the birds aren't real car. Just because at some point you have to give it up. No, you lost it up there, you're losing it again down towards T1. You can't then just force the guy off and cause a crash. Part of racing well is learning to sort of pick your battles and learning when to give up temporarily, not for the entire race. There, you were passed, stay with him and get back by on the back straight again. This car has a big draft, so it's easy to do that. Just that sort of risk, it just seems, I don't know, seems silly. This one that's simply called, add sound effect here. Loud bees. Mazda to the summit point. Going super wide here. Hey! Hey! Oh no, they're going to oblivion. Oh. Apparently the two-plane tree here actually is completely solid. I never knew that. So this sort of instance is really common at summit point because you can go super wide in this last corner here. Car runs it around the outside. He's still there. I mean, he's there. Oh, it's another instance of just not leaving any space. You could argue, but I think this is a 1x in iRacing. I don't actually know if this is a 1x or not. But you could argue in some wood that this is the white line here dictates the track limits. Our guy has gone outside track limits, so now he's looking to rejoin. But, I mean, sometimes you've got to use a bit of common sense. If you're the 6 car, what you can see right now is that this bit of road ends. So this guy's going to want to come back on at some point. He's kind of got overspeed enough, this 6 car, just to move on, let him by, and then defend into T1. The place would be his. But to be so insistent, he's actually driving the guy, he's driving the car left here. He's trying to push the guy off the circuit. That's where it becomes a different sort of incident altogether. And where I put blame for the crash itself on this 6 car here, because if you're trying to push a car off a circuit, you succeed in getting him out of control, and then you both fucking die in a tree. Oh, it's such a big shunt. Then yeah, that's on you. I was called a nasty noob driver. I'm the McLaren. All right, where are you, nasty noob? There he is, Astro in front with the Macca. Just about to get a stop-go or a slow-down penalty. The car pulls in the brakes at 0.5 a second, and then they're back on again. Up the inside. Oh. What? The guy lunges up the inside. He's on the gamepad, surely, because how he's moving there. Just doesn't brake. Takes out the BMW. Great Gran Turismo pass. And then you repass him. Yeah, I think for me this is probably just a kid. You know, someone who doesn't really understand the rules of racing or cares about them, because in Gran Turismo you probably would have got quite a decent sized penalty for ramming that BMW off the circuit. Funnily enough, the McLaren was actually saved by the fact it got the 0.5 second penalty. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure the AMG would have hit you instead. But yeah, not much you could have done differently there, Mr. McLaren. The AMG is the nasty noob, not you. Was this intentional, says Dependent. Back in the Bs, back at Summit Point. They were seeing here, a bit slow for the last corner. Guy in front's very slow. And this is where the danger happens. He's coming back across to the left-hand side. Will he defend? He does at the last moment. And oh god. He's putting you over the goddamn ramp. Holy shit. It does look pretty intentional, doesn't it? I mean, like, so this guy's had a bad run off the corner somewhere. Decides to come across. He does react to you being there. This is called reactionary driving. And it's not okay. It's blocking in the true sense of the word. You could have maybe found a way around, but I still think he would have tagged you. Then at this point, he's just driving right into you because he's pushed you onto the ramp. Mate, Summit Point is a great place to destroy MX-5s, man. We've seen some good death in this episode. I'd say, yeah, it's intentional. I mean, the guy knew what he was doing coming across the block. He probably knew what he was doing, putting you onto the ramp there on the right-hand side. That's the sort of stuff that gets you banned from iRacing pretty damn easily. So what I'd say is, just file a protest. He'll probably get banned for a couple of weeks. I'll give you plenty of time to figure out that final corner without being sent to the Shadow Realm. I got blamed for all the contacts, says Low Shoe. I am the blue and white Toyota. Let's have a look. We've got Pablo Jr. Racing you very hard. I'll give you that. Get the over-under here. Good move up the inside. He's not giving you space at all. He's hit you there. Oh! He just started behind us there, I think. I mean, it's very like aggressive racing again. Like a lot of the clips we see nowadays are people just racing really aggressively and then being surprised when something happens to them. Here, let's be clever. They're already racing in front of us. This is a very fast part of the circuit here at Dragon Trail. It's a pretty much flat out chicane. And like you put a nose in here, what do you expect to happen? What do you think realistically is going to happen? He's not going to slam the brakes and go, oh, sorry, sir, please, after you. He's going to take his line like you don't exist because he's not seen you. I think what happens is a lot of people are used to driving against AI, and a lot of AI in sim racing will just jump out of your way the moment you get a nose on them. And it encourages this sort of driving where you drive everyone really, really tight and you really don't give them any room, and then accidents happen. I'm not saying don't race people hard. You can do that in sim, but what I'm saying is you've got to think a little bit further along than the next corner in some of the moves you're going to make. Here, obviously, it's not going to work out. And the guy, instead of then getting a good run into the hairpin that comes up after this corner, he hits a wall and loses about 2 seconds to the cars in front just like that. Sometimes you've got to use your brain. Porsche said I should go back to Roblox. Well, Porsche's being passed on the inside by the guy from Roblox. So go for a move up the inside here. Really tricky to get a move done here. You give him space, which is more than you had to do, to be honest. Yeah, nice. Sit on the apex. Porsche gets a bad run off. So far, you're racing very well. This is good racing. Lexus strong in a straight line. Look at that. Even with a toe, the Porsche struggling to come back. Now, finally, the Porsche starting to get a bit of a toe. You're fine. You're sitting in the middle of a circuit. You're allowed to do that. Stay on your line. Yeah, nice. Open it up. He's now got the inside, though. A little bit of contact between the two of you. It's fine. It's racing. He's not there. Goes for a move. The racing up until then was really good. That Lexus, the straight line speed there was carrying you, mate. Because that Porsche could not get a move. You positioned your car really well. All fine. This move is where the contention lies. He's fairly far alongside at that point. But then just does... This is like super non-committal. You know, like he's far alongside, but then just sort of like gets out of it. If you want to make the move at a fast corner like this, you have to keep the commitment going. Because if you then back out of it, this guy's got to turn in at some point. Because of the weird way that contact works in LMU, you then spin. Well, you spin afterwards, to be honest, trying to correct it. So I'm in two minds in this one, because this is where I pause it, where like you start turning in now. The guy is going for a move. You'll be able to see it in your mirror. You'll be able to know he's there. He is considerably alongside. What this Porsche then does wrong is then just slams the brakes on as this gap gets smaller and there's no move made. A little bit similar to that Dragon Trail move, because like I feel like if you're going to pass here, it's quite a fast left-hander. You need to really properly be there. I don't know. It's to me, I think it's a racing incident. The Porsche did show intention, but then it backed out, and then that's when the contact happened. Like they committed, then decided not to commit. I mean, the Lexus here is just driving this line. So yeah, I say racing incident. Unfortunate, but not Roblox worthy. My friends all have different opinions on this incident. Who is at fault? We're in the McLaren, looking backwards at Imola. We're taking our line, which is defensive. Next corner is a left-hander if you're facing forward. Right-hander to us. Come back across, and there is the incident. As the McLaren, this car is probably now alongside. It is alongside, in fact, and you've chosen to go defensive here. You then come back across and try and take the line and get spun out. You can't have all the circuit. The guy's got to run on you. You'd actually defend it. You take this line away from him and he decides to go the other way around. At this point, if you're running any sort of radar app, you're going to know he's alongside you. He is there and he's taken his line. You have gone from one side of the circuit to the other, come back again, and in my opinion, spun yourself over the nose of the BMW. If you're going to be that aggressive at taking the space on the inside of the circuit, you have to be mindful that when you come back across, you have to at least leave a car's width for the guy who is there, who exists. McLaren doesn't do this, and the penalty is pretty self-serving. Am I guilty? I got banned because of this. Let's see if you're guilty. ETM car versus the road-going Lambo. Straight on the horn. Going down towards the Foxhole, very fast part of the circuit. You can overtake down here. I've overtaken slow traffic down here in real life. It's doable. Like, you sort of pass the guy. There's a car slow here, which he has to react to. And you're as far over as you can go. He hits you there. No, it's not on you. You can argue if there's a yellow flag rule in effect and you've gone through a yellow flag rule and overtaken, then it is your fault. I don't see anything like that there. It's like a random TF server where that stuff doesn't really exist. This guy just got caught out and drove into the back of you. Don't know why you get banned for that unless this guy owns a server, but there seems to be a lot of that in sim racing right now. Am I wrong for being pissed at the blue car? Or GR86 is the road Atlanta shenanigans? The blue car behind you? Got the run. He's alongside now. You can't shut it down too late. Good move. Why did he brake? Bit of a weave there. This guy's weaving in front. It's weaving. You can't weave. One change of direction to defend is what you're allowed to do. If you're doing this, I mean, this move is from down. You make it. Holy hell. Defend. Defend with your life. He's going to turn you. He's going to turn you 100%. Make it. Make it. Did you win? Is that the end? Oh no. It's coming into T1, isn't it? Big move into T1. Hard racing. It's hard racing. And back ahead goes the blue car. To be fair, this is just good racing so far. I mean, the weaving on the straight wasn't so good. Didn't enjoy that too much, but no one's killed each other yet, which is a vast improvement over the rest of the videos we've seen today. Oh my god, dude, you are... The way this black car is driving, you're diving at an apex. You're lunging a lot. It's kind of spooky, but here we go. I guess this is the last move. So, we're going to see this guy defend. Get weave to the left. Weave to the right. This isn't alright. This is like a protestable move. This corner, what are you going to do? I mean, now it's on. Now that big contact's been made, there's no more friendship anymore. Oh, was that the end? That the end? All right, okay. So let's break it down. Guy in the black, you're driving super aggressively. I get it, the race, but you're like woof, woof, and those sort of moves. They basically end in, well, one of two ways. One, you're a hero, like in the move at the start where you take him from a mile back. Or two, you just hit him. The guy in the blue, the weaving down the straight's not okay. The rest, he was actually kind of okay. He didn't make any bad moves. He did give you the place when you were there. If anything, I'd say you're as bad as each other. I mean, you hit him a couple of times. You really force the move a couple of times where, like, it's kind of dangerous to do so. It's fun to watch. But both of you need to clean that up a little bit. Down here, for example, this move down here, the first big lunge, you come from so far back. The guy moves in the braking too. Then to T1, bit of a half move. He just lets off the brakes, this guy. So not really good from me review there. Still having contact. Yes, I'm not quite sure what you were doing here. This terrified me. You just go straight and then go, oh, and back out of it. Not a good idea to do that. That's how you have a huge crash. And then again on the back straight, he's weaving a lot. Outside move is good idea. You're there, and then contact again, and you sort of just drive him off the circuit there. So I don't know. If anything, I mean, the weaving's pretty egregious, but I think that this black car drove worse in this clip. But to be honest, I'm not sure. The only thing that I think will be penalised is probably the weaving, because that's a clear cut, don't do that. The rest is kind of subjective. I think it's a bit too much, but I'd probably let it go as hard racing. The weaving, I wouldn't do that. Guy in the Bimmer said I drive like a rookie. As far as I know, I just took my racing line and he drove into the back of me. I would like some extra opinions. We're in, this is the production car challenge, I think it is, going up the hill. And the birds aren't real livery again. Oh, big hit for the BMW. So communication is quite important here. So like, I want to freeze the clip and look where this Mazda is going up a hill. His line is telling me, you can't overtake me here. If you are, you've got to go on the outside. Your line, you are much further over to the right-hand side here. Now, if I'm this guy, that is communicating to me because I can't pass here. I'm the faster class. I want to get by you. I am going to have to go this way. So that guy goes left about the same time as you do, and you both sort of just drift into each other. Now, he does drive into the back of you, as you put it, which is on the faster class. That is his fault. But what I'm saying to you, as whilst you technically didn't do anything wrong, the only way you can communicate with other cars is by the placement of your car. And when you're that far over to the right-hand side, and you don't need that much circuit going over the top there, you're easily flat in this GR86. The car behind can maybe misperceive that as saying, hey, here is the gap. No penalty there for anyone really. I mean, the BMW's out because of his own move there. But just be mindful of how you communicate your position during multi-class races. This guy did a crazy rejoin and then blamed it on me. I'm defending from P2 car and he comes from the shadow realm and kills me. Is this protestable? I'm the blue car. So we're at Monza here. Side by side. Guy goes over the curb. Holy shit. Okay, big shunt. So, guy gets it wrong, has to go off. He rejoins. Oh, what a difficult one. Oh, this red car, bless him. Dead. Oh, on board here. I mean, there's just no way you can predict that. Like, how can you predict that happening? He rejoins at quite a speed. I think that's the only thing that I'd put against him is he comes back on the circuit quickly. He's going to have a slowdown penalty. He's not going to see you here. Like, regardless, he comes back from off circuit and hits you. It's his fault. It's an unsafe rejoin. But like, I can kind of sympathize with him. I think it is probably protestable because of how fast he came back onto the circuit, but it's just super unlucky because he's expecting you to be on the racing line and you're defending. I sympathize with the guy in orange, but ultimately it is his fault. And it would be probably a quite severe penalty. Really unlucky, but but the buck has to stop somewhere. And in this case, it is the orange car rejoining, one at too high a speed, two unsafely, and causing a pretty big shunt. So, but I'm interested to hear what you guys think about that. It's not as clear cut as it looks, I think. But that's some more sim racing stewards suffering. Do you agree or disagree with what I said in the clips here? Let me know down below in the comments. But for now, take care, have an awesome day, stop hitting each other. See you all next time.